Dungeons & Drimbus is rated R for rude language, rough violence, and raunchy humor.
Hear ye, good people of the realm! Gather round! I'm Joffrey Ponnet, and I'm Cordelia Ponnet. On this most haunted eve, when spirits walk amongst the living, and the veil twixt worlds grows thin, I bring tidings most royal and pressing. Our beloved Prince Jerrinius doth attend the grand masquerade at the kingdom's private villa this evening. Further news, the fair lady Shania, whose beauty hath captured our prince's heart, and whose visage doth inspire his lordship's poetry, attends the masquerade as well. Dressed as a swan she is, with feathers white as winter's first snow. 'Tis said the prince's eye follows her like a falcon tracks a dove. Our prince's neural activity suggests plans of a proposal. In celebration, by order of Her Royal Majesty the Queen Amelia Fashora, all are invited to attend her masquerade ball this evening in Cerebellum Castle. In other news, the Knights of Immunity continue to diligently combat the threat of gout in the ankle, so that our prince may dance with his muse. We cut to the ankle, where a band of knights and other immunity volunteers, led by Captain of the Guard Asalina Dendrinia, are hard at work dispatching the monosodium urate, MSU, crystalline deposits, aka gout, that have taken hold of the ankle. Fearsome creatures known locally as gout golems have taken residence here, laying hundreds of crystal eggs and causing inflammation for poor Prince Jerrinius. The Queen has pressed upon you the importance of Prince Jerrinius getting the opportunity to dance with Lady Shania at the ball this evening, and thus, the Kingdom of Jerrinius cannot afford to have gout strip the prince of his dancing ability. What do we see, beginning with Captain of the Guard, Asalina Dendrinia?
Captain of the Guard, Asalina Dendrinia, stands at the back line. Take them down! This is the most urgent matter! And just is like firing off arrow after arrow after arrow. And she's in just like a giant suit of armor that would be like comically big if she wasn't like recently jacked.
Hell yeah. One of the armored individuals following the Captain of the Guard's instruction. Sir Quentinius, what do we see?
We see an armor-clad knight vaccine. Picks up his longsword of mitosis and he goes, "Join me, brethren, in the glorious slaughter."
And fighting alongside Sir Quentinius, King Elderberry, what do we see?
King Consort, Benedictus Elderberry, strides up in gleaming purple armor, vesicle shield strapped onto one arm, superoxide short sword in the other, his small floating blue head this time, kind of like bobbing up and down, and he says,
"Your king is with you! Onward!"
And also by your side, clad in leather-looking plasma armor, Timothea.
You see Timothea Glutoneus. He has 2 spike protein daggers in either hand at this point, and a 3rd lysozyme dagger strapped to his thigh. The leather armor is tight-fitted. The top more of a bustier, pressing his pectoral muscles together. And, of course, the leggings emphasizing his ample gluteus. And he says,
Incredible.
all of the soldiers take a gulp, just...
The 4 of you stand face to face to 3 giant gout golems, as well as 10 of their crystalline eggs all around this ankle joint. And you know, in a couple of turns, some of them will hatch. What do you do?
Destroy the eggs! If we let them hatch, it's over! And then I start shooting him with my bow and arrow.
Please roll harm.
Yes. For on this night, Jerry must dance. 4.
Failure. And the arrow just whiffs right by. It seems to just glance off of this gout golem's armor.
Do what I did, but like better than that. Also protect the king.
Stand back, Captain. The reinforcements shall be eliminated.
And he pulls his super oxide short sword,
Yes.
stabs it into the ground, and I'm going to use anti-inflammatory to try and cause a ripple and throw the eggs into the air and hope that they splatter as they go flying.
Oh, I love it. Please roll for that.
6.
Mixed success. You manage to take out 4 eggs. However, the 5th one, as it goes flying and hits the side of a tissue wall, instead of smashing, it begins to crack and hatch.
No.
Timothea, with his spike proteins drawn. Flex, you're always ready for action. When first entering conflict, you may take 2 actions instead of 1.
I love it.
And then each spike protein allows me.
So true. Please roll 4 attacks.
Holy shit.
That first one's a 3.
Failure.
The next one is a 6.
Mixed success.
8.
Another mixed.
Natural 12.
Yes!
I also do have impulse. Once you get going, there's no stopping you. All successful rolls in combat become criticals.
You run into battle clad in your form-fitting armor, and you are bolstered by not only your captain, but your king fighting alongside you. Not only do you take out the rest of the eggs that were inlaid in the joint tissue, you also manage to just slice in half that egg that the king had sent flying and was about to smash. All of the eggs have been dispatched, which leads us to Sir Quentinius. The eggs are gone, leaving these 3 crystal golems in front of you. What do you do?
I target all of them with the blade of mitosis, and I yell, engulf them in pain. That is a 12.
Critical success! You are able to bisect all of them across the midsection. They are dealt with, but you are spewed with this acidic blood that burns away a little bit of your armor, but they are dispatched.
The pecs are showing now.
That's right. King Elderberry, as you had finished plunging your blade into a crystalline egg and the acidic vapors waft in your face, you hear a clumsy rustling nearby as an unpracticed hand carries a sword and shield. It is undoubtedly your adopted son, young Prince Glutoneus, likely having snuck away from his mother to try to help you on your mission. You hear as his sword just clings against an egg, not enough power to destroy it.
Glutoneus!
Oh, Dad, I'm here to help.
Come hither, boy.
All right. As he walks forward, his little sword drags across the ground.
I'm like 3 times his height.
Yes.
Because he's just like little cartoon
He's
child
just a little
size.
guy, yes.
Looks down at him like disapprovingly, and then will stab the sword into the ground and take a knee to be only twice his size. And put a hand on his shoulder and say,
What are you doing here, boy?
Dad, I want to help. I'm ready. Look. And he tries to swing his sword around.
My dear prince, listen.
I grab his sword and I hold it for a second. I don't take it away from him, but I just hold it down.
You will do many great things for the kingdom of Jerrinius. But it is not yet your time, my son. Your job now is to stay safe, to learn, to become a wise, respected and respectful ruler.
But Dad, it's boring. Flexonius doesn't even know how to play very many games, and I'm tired of I Spy.
Are you saying that my training sessions are not sufficient entertainment for you, boy?
Well, of course, but they're only against the wooden tissue dummies, and I want to do a real fight.
Well, I'll tell you what. You may begin to work your way up to a more exciting position.
Really?
But young Glutoneus, remember, while yes, the thrill of battle is exhilarating, it carries with it great heft When you are on the field, you are responsible for the lives of your comrades. Look around.
He looks around.
If any of your compatriots were to fall, a little bit of that falls on you.
Oh, Jerry.
I do not want you to carry that weight if you are not ready, boy.
I understand.
At this time, you hear a familiar woof, woof, and you see Melonius, the royal pet cell porter, fly his way towards you all. Melonius looks like a tardigrade, but he is armored. And he approaches Asalina, licking her face as he shows his tummy, and there is a missive tied around his collar.
The most noble of steeds. I give him belly rubs. And I'll take the missive.
It is from the Queen.
I'll read it in my head first and then hopefully aloud if it is not scathing.
King Elderberry, Captain Dendrinia, Sir Quarantena, Lady Timothea. The Master of Whispers, Theodorus Dendrinia's most recent report is quite troubling. A strange, shadowy figure has garnered the attention of Prince Jerrinius, and he is both afraid and mesmerized. Lady Shania has reportedly been attempting to garner the attention of our prince, and he has not reciprocated. This is very unlike him. I worry dark forces are at play. Please return to the castle post-haste to ensure our All Hallows Eve ball and Jerrinius remain safe. And don't forget your costume. P.S. King Elderberry, our son is missing again. I hope and presume he is with you. Please once again press upon him that he must be of age before becoming a Knight of Immunity, and not a moment sooner.
The young prince is missing and does a visual sweep and then materializes behind Luco and is defend him at all costs.
Asalina, don't embarrass me.
Don't sneak off. You're too young.
But I have...
And he looks very frustrated.
Young prince, what do we say? Actions have...
consequences.
Yes, and being embraced by Captain of the Guard Dendrinia is a mild consequence at most.
I understand. Hi on Asalina. It's nice to see you. I'm not mad at you. I'm just frustrated.
And I'm not mad at you either. It's just you're the future of Jerrinius. And if something were to happen to you, I don't know what we would do with ourselves.
I understand.
Speaking of, Captain, I believe I had a favor to ask of you on behalf of young Glutoneus here.
Oh.
We were wondering if you might supervise Glutoneus and Melonius while they go on a pheasant molecule hunt at some point this weekend.
I would love to. Please, Auntie. Please.
I've never been a sage instructor of a promising youth, so why, of course. Asalina bows deeply to His Highness.
Yes!
It would be my honor.
Enough with the bowing, please, right.
Okay, I bow 3 more times.
He does the customary bow with the cake and the handshake.
Yes. Excellent.
But not another bow.
As requested, sir.
Now, Glutoneus, when you go on this pheasant molecule hunt, you will officially be in the employ of the Captain of the Guard here. So, you must do as she says.
I will listen, I promise. I will use both of my ears and not just the one. No more going in one ear, out the other. Both will be utilized, Father.
Were I you, I would consider attempting to sprout a third before.
I will do my best.
And seeing as he is a blood cell, he will press gently on his face, and you hear a little squish as a third ear just for a second comes out of his forehead, and his little face scrunches up. He's like,
By Jerrinius! It was a joke. Hyperbolic.
Well,
sorry.
Good job, boy.
it disappears.
No, be proud. What you should. Mayhaps you will be a great wizard one day.
Oh, how amazing.
And speaking of, as this scene comes to an end, the young Prince Glutoneus sheaths his tiny practice sword and grabs your hand, King Elderberry. As you make your way towards the castle, King Elderberry, what are you wearing to the ball tonight?
we see the royal chambers. They're nice, but they're not excessively lavish. And so there's like large bed chamber. You see like the double doors to like a big walk-in closet. And from inside like the closet, you hear like the clinking of like armor and the rustling of clothes. As from behind the door, you hear, "Darling,
Yes,
are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, I know historically I'm not really the best at dressing up for the balls and whatnot, but I really went all out this time, and I think you're going to be rather pleased.
Well, don't keep me waiting. Come on out.
Are you sure you're ready?
I think I'm as ready as I possibly can be, my king.
Very well. Gird your loins.
the doors open, and he is dressed exactly the same, full battle armor, but he has a big wizard's hat on. He thought it was a costume party, and then he was reminded it was a masquerade. There's kind of like a bridal veil almost like hanging off the rim of the hat to cover the face.
Oh my god.
And then just like a stereotypical like wizard cape, like blue with the white stars on it.
Our most excellent king consort.
And then he took like a twig and like taped it onto like the end of the handle of his sword to make it look like a staff.
Oh my god.
He emerges, goes, "Behold!"
And you see that your queen has decided to don the visage of a devil this evening.
Oh.
Her ball gown, the colors of red and black. Her masquerade mask covers her delicate purple face and also dons tiny devil horns. And she has a dainty pitchfork. And she approaches and says, "My king."
Stand back, accursed yet beautiful beast. What have you done with my queen?
And she takes her mask off, and you see that her cheeks become an even deeper purple as she like playfully like swats at you and is like, "Oh, you behave."
Oh, my fairest love, you've returned.
And your son runs in dressed as Asalina.
Stop.
You see, he has a tiny version of her armor and a little shield and sword. And is like, Dad, who am I? Guess.
Is it, fabled hero Quentinius Quarantena?
I almost was him, but it's very close. But no.
Oh, no, I've got it. You probably shouldn't spend as much time with them in their professional capacity, but Madame Timothea Glutoneus.
Do you see this armor? It's not fitted so tightly to my body.
Oh my, you're so right, young prince. Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you're dressed in the style of, what would you say, dear? Is this an Asalina? It feels a little bit like an Asalina, doesn't it?
I would say it does.
Yeah, that's me. I'm Asalina. Look.
And he puts a little tiny like helmet that makes a masquerade mask on. And then you see Flexonius, who is dressed as a court jester. He's a giant muscle cell, the bodyguard of the queen and the prince and king, as he just thunders in. The jester costume is way too small, and he's like, "My king, my queen, the young prince picked out my outfit for the evening. I hope it's appropriate."
Flexonius, this is a most astonishing midriff.
"Thank you, sir. I have been working on it." As it's like cropped and like the tiny shorts, and you see the queen giggles to herself and is like, "The prince has a most astute eye, it seems." And the prince grabs Flexonius's hand and begins to drag him out. And we will cut to Asalina and Quentinius. What are you both wearing as you get ready together?
Asa has barricaded herself in like the bathroom. She takes off her knight's helmet and like shakes her head to reveal like she's got long hair now because time has passed. And she ties it into two essentially pigtails with like large knotted twists at the top of them, and changes into this ever so dainty little white gown and puts on a little angular white mask and like stares at herself in the mirror for a really long time. All right. Dancers are a lot. But if the Lunar Mariner could do it, so can I. And she pushes open the doors, steps out of the bathroom, and almost immediately falls over her own feet.
Oh.
And Quentinius, as you catch Asalina, what do we see you are dressed as?
He is dressed as the Grand Inquisitor from the Spanish Inquisition, Torquemada.
Classic.
He kept all his armor on so he can keep the helmet to be the mask, and he just has the red fucking cloth that a friar or priest would wear over it. Very menacing.
You catch Asalina as she falls over herself out of the bathroom.
Falling for me now, darling?
Mayhaps. You look fearsome.
My honor is my life. My duty is my fate.
Asa's eyes are just so wide and she's just nodding slowly.
So let's have fun tonight, yes?
Yeah, no, an excellent time, yes.
And we cut to Timothea. You are getting ready alongside your employed courtesans, Ebelina Hemorrhage, Monowin Nucleosis, Miniscent Gitis, and Melisandra Aria. What are you dressing as?
You see Timothea has replaced their leather armored bustier with a cropped leather armor bustier, showing off midriff, pressing the pectorals together,
Of course.
and showing off a lovely butterfly tramp stamp tattoo. With very early 2000s, late 90s, low-rise leather pants, where basically you see the beginnings of the cleft of the buttocks. And Timothea is just placing on this gorgeous butterfly masquerade mask that has fuchsia and purple and black to match the leather. And then also dons, it's like a long cape designed to look like butterfly wings. And then it's looped around one finger on either end of my hands. So that way, as I raise my arms up, the wings spread out fully.
As you don your multicolored butterfly costume, you see each of your employed courtesans have each taken one color represented into your wings, and they don much smaller wings, but there is a pink, a purple, a blue, and a green butterfly that surrounds you to match the colors in your costume.
Don't all my pretties look just so gorgeous? Each of you, just precious angels. Butterflies.
And we cut to the castle. As you all arrive, the masquerade is in full swing. Cells of all types fill the castle, and Queen Amelia and the king begin to walk down the stairs with Flexonius and the prince, and Melonius dressed as a warhorse. He has a little fake doll on his back, dressed in jousting armor with a little fake lance as he flies around. And as the king and queen make their entrance, the patrons cease and the music stops, and they all clap for them as they come down. And you all gather in the center of the ballroom. Queen Amelia bows to the rest of you and is like, "Oh, how goes the gout?"
The gout is well. We are fighting it with such a ferocity that, and as Asalina is saying this, she's upped her tract and is talking to Quentinius and goes, "Is the young prince dressed like me?" We removed upwards of 30 or so forth eggs of a gout incubation and many a gout golem, if you will, and the front line seems well. And then looks at Quentinius and back at the young prince. Is like, am I going crazy?
Imitation is a form of flattery, my darling. And my liege, it is an honor to share in the glory of this skill with you.
She bows again. It's like, "Oh, thank Jerrinius. Well, enjoy the ball, but do keep an eye. Madame Timothea, I do hope your girls are available for extra security should things go awry."
But of course.
Excellent.
We would be honored to serve, as always.
Oh, and I've got catering from the Honor Pavilion, so please enjoy.
You see King Consort Elderberry standing when Quentinius says the thing about it being an honor. He like salutes to him, and then hearing the Honor Pavilion, looks at the table that like presumably he was here while it was being set up, and just like stares at the leaning tower of breadsticks and like sweats, dog. Just like he's itchy. He's like, I have to stand here and greet everyone before I get into the breadsticks. I gotta get cold.
There is an unlimited supply.
The queen, looks to you, King Elderberry, and is like, if you are hungry, my king, you may take the prince, and I will do the rest of the greeting.
No, my darling, I told you I would stand watch with you as we greet everyone. I have incredible control over my bodily functions. Hunger is being actively suppressed.
You must remain vigilant, Your Highness.
I do require your assistance over in that direction on a rather sensitive matter. Your Highness, if you wouldn't mind accompanying me.
He turns to Queen Amelia, bows, and goes,
My liege, if you will allow me, I am being given direct orders, which I may not disobey unless on your orders because of the chain of command. You understand how this works.
I understand. You may meet with your captain on these most pressing matters.
Very well, thank you, Your Highness. Young Prince, I believe Asalina requires your presence as well in preparation for your hunt.
Really?
Very much so, yes.
Queen Amelia widens her eyes a little and looks at the prince and then back at you, Asalina, and says, the hunt, you say?
'Tis a matter of great import. I will be taking the young prince on a very well supervised excursion to see if one may find a pheasant molecule.
I see. And she looks to the king and kind of raises an eyebrow and then says, well, I suppose a very well-supervised hunt is long overdue, if you would agree.
I pick up Glutoneus and like sit him on my shoulder.
The queen turns around to continue greeting all of the guests as Timothea, you see Anna Marie and Xylithius Dendrinia enter, and they are both dressed as gypsy moths, the two of them. And as they enter, they catch your eyes across the ballroom.
I approach and say, oh my, Lord and Lady Dendrinia, isn't it just such a genuine pleasure to see you here this evening?
Oh, Timothea, it's always a pleasure to see you. Oh, yes, and your costume is quite... And she looks you up and down and is like, fitting for the occasion.
Oh, I always make sure things are well fitted. It's been a fortnight since I last saw you at my establishment.
Well, you do know that the Lord and Lady Dendrinia get quite busy.
Oh, I know you'll get busy.
Perhaps we can make up for lost time.
Certainly.
And they both extend their hands, and Asalina, you see Timothea begin to dance with your parents.
Just partly enveloping them in my butterfly wing cape.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Timothea, I will remind you that after-party festivities will be occurring at a later time when younger cells are escorted to their beds.
Oh, very well. But they need to learn at some point.
Yes, but not at this one.
Learn what?
Where the breaded architecture rests. But that's a ways. Yes.
And you see he starts running towards the towering breaded architecture.
Apologies for my step, Timothea.
My step Timothea, yes.
Yeah. I fear I have committed a falsehood to the queen. I brought you here under false pretenses. I assumed you might want to imbibe in the architecture. I just like glance at the breadsticks.
Let's carry. Yeah.
Yes, it is unending. There are guards bringing in more breadsticks as the time goes on, so you can have as many as you like. And as you partake in the endless breadstick molecules, Asalina, you notice your uncle, Master of Whispers, Theodorus, approaches the queen and whispers in her ear. Her eyes widen, and she looks across the ballroom to make eye contact with first you, Asalina, and then the king, Sir Quentinius, glances at Timothea dancing with Asalina's parents, makes extra effort to make eye contact with him before gesturing to follow her and begins to go back up the stairs.
It appears the work is not yet finished. Young prince.
Yeah?
If you wouldn't mind, how about a light excursion now?
Really?
Why, of course. I fear the rest of us may be attending a meeting on the upper portion of your manor. If you and Melonius wouldn't mind accompanying us, you can explore.
I think the pheasant is located in the... He elbows the king. Bathroom.
Right.
It is?
Yes.
You are the one to save us from this hunger, yes? Look around, the people are starving. Look at this. What
I
is this?
stand in front of the breadsticks.
What is this? He grabs like a salmon
Yeah,
molecule.
yeah.
He's like, what is this? A salmon? It's no good. It's bad meat. It's stinky fishy. No, good. No.
The king will try to back you up. He grabs like 2 heaping fistfuls of chicken and shrimp carbonara, and he goes, "Who wants this? Not me. They're vile. Frankly, I'm disappointed."
Yucky Blacky.
I can do it.
You are, I don't know, can you handle this?
You can count on me, Sir Quentinius, I promise.
No, all right. Well, it's an important task, so...
I can do it. You can trust me, Uncle. I mean, Sir Quentinius.
And he grabs Melonius and just runs and bolts up the stairs.
They'll be fine, right?
Your wife, Her Majesty, has beckoned for us upstairs.
She certainly has. Away! And he'll lead the charge.
But we do that discreetly.
They just go up the stairs very cautiously.
Yes. You run, and then you stop, and then you walk quite a bit slower up the stairs carefully. And you follow the queen up the many flights of stairs to the office chamber. Books, desks, and a large circular pool in the center takes up this large chamber. The Master of Whispers has told me some troubling news. I worry Prince Jerrinius may be in danger? And she takes a purple dust and blows it over the pool as the optical feed comes to life.
I love when she does this.
You see the ball that Prince Jerrinius is attending, not unlike the ball happening within Cerebellum Castle, and you can tell by the way that his viewpoint dips a little bit that he is limping slightly due to his gout. But Lady Shania, dressed beautifully as a swan, appears. His attention is focused on her at first until a curvaceous stranger cloaked in shadow, donning a blood-red mask appears. The colors of the pool begin to take on an odd, almost hypnotic hue, and Prince Jerrinius completely ignores Lady Shania and begins following after this figure.
Gods!
A love rival.
I know. To Lady Shania's dismay, Prince Jerrinius instead asks this figure for a dance. And she accepts, and she drops her hood, revealing pale skin, blood-red eyes, and lips. The odd, hypnotic colors seem to worsen, and all of a sudden, instead of dancing, Prince Jerrinius is swept into the gardens away from prying eyes, and the pool goes still. I fear Prince Jerrinius is not in control of himself. I worry he is in danger, not just for his life, but his standing with the fair Lady Shania.
Well, with those curves, who could be controlling of themselves?
Asalina, like, slaps Quentinius in the armor.
His head spins around.
The curves of heresy.
Yeah, right. It appears that Jerrinius has been transfixed.
Yes, but I do not think it is a normal attraction. I fear that darker forces are at play.
My dear, what news come of most recent reports around the cerebellum?
Most recent reports were that the prince had proposal on his mind with the Lady Shania. I doubt that he would have shunned her so easily if it weren't for his lack of control. I think that this figure, attractive as she may be, may have magic at play.
Have we reports of any magical occurrences? Anywhere in the cranium?
Well, I am waiting for the town criers to return from their sweep, and at this point, you hear nerve pain alarm from the vitals, and the guests downstairs begin to scream. From this highest point in the castle, you see through the castle past into the vitals that 2 sharp fangs have pierced the skin of Jerrinius in his neck, and hundreds of helpless blood cells are seemingly being sucked out swiftly.
I knew it.
At the same time, what seems to be a swarm of bat-like germs enter the puncture point and seem to be swarming and flying towards the heart. Oh, sweet Jerrinius.
Asalina now will leave the room and run and scoop up the young prince. Because I know he's a blood cell.
Auntie, what are you doing? I have to find the pheasant molecule.
No, you're doing so well, I promise, and we will find it, but right now there are more pressing matters.
Okay.
And I scoop him and I run.
Absolutely. You see that the queen looks to you, King Elderberry, and there's a look on her face that suggests that she's about to do something that you might have talked about her not doing before. And she starts going for her wardrobe that you know keeps her armor.
My dear, no.
I must fight for my kingdom.
We will handle this. Listen. Our son, the prince, is vulnerable. This is a good opportunity to teach him a lesson in governance. Perhaps Asalina can establish one of her links with you. We need to send 2 different forces. One will need to head to the neck to stem any further entry. The core team will have to head to the heart to deal with the issue before it progresses.
My lord, what if we take it a step further?
Explain.
More than defend the neck, we send someone through and hijack this witch.
It's risky.
And how would we have a guarantee of getting back?
We don't. Lord Quarantena has been floating such tactics for quite a while.
I was airborne.
Asalina re-enters with the young prince. No, absolutely not. It's ridiculous. It's far too risky. You'll never make it back. What are you thinking?
Well, baby, look, listen. It's like...
Ridiculousness.
It sounds like someone wasn't thinking. At least, not with his head.
My honor is my life. My duty is my faith, and my pledge is eternal service. I can hijack the witch and be returned to Jerrinius to ensure this doesn't happen again.
Lord Quarantena, that is all well and good, but the infection is here. We need your help defending the kingdom. Then we can float further tactics.
Indeed. For a later discussion.
Indeed.
That will be next year's special.
The queen outstretches her arms towards you, Asalina, for the prince, and you hear, Flexonius! Yes, my queen, I was looking for him, don't worry. No, Flexonius, sound the alarms, evacuate the castle, and alert the town criers. We've got ourselves a battle. And she looks to you, King Elderberry, and it looks like she really wants to get out there and fight with you guys, but she understands your point about the prince.
My dear, your judgment is supreme as always. I offer only my counsel when it is welcome.
It is welcome now. It feels bad to not fight for my kingdom directly.
You offer a service far more valuable than any of our lives on the field. Without your guidance, all of this crumbles.
See to it that the kingdom of Jerrinius has a queen and a king by the end of tonight. Yes?
I shall endeavor to return to you in 1-2 pieces max.
Make it 1, please.
No more than 3, I assure you.
Your Highness, I will make sure he returns to you safely.
She bows and looks out towards the screaming cells and is like, thank you. We can talk more later, but it looks like you're needed elsewhere.
Absolutely.
Be safe.
Yes, the battle commences.
Before we leave, I will go up to the young prince and I'll say,
Glutoneus, before I go, I need your help.
What?
I will draw my sword and I'll hold it flat and I go,
Please, bless this blade for the coming battle, my boy.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
And he puts his tiny hand on it and he's like,
Please, sword, bless my father and his friends, and the prince, not me, I mean Jerrinius, bless him too, even though he didn't sneeze, you know what I mean. And make it good. Thank you.
Thank you, my boy.
I'll sheathe the sword, I'll put my hand on his head, but my hand's bigger than his whole ass head.
Yeah.
And I'll kiss him on the forehead and I'll go,
I'm very proud of you, and I look forward to seeing your hunt.
Thank you.
the queen kisses you before you leave, and as you go, you see Flexonius begin to sound the alarms. Hear ye, hear ye! The kingdom of Jerrinius is being invaded! Clear the streets! Take up your arms!
Before we leave, or as we leave, Asalina will switch her tract from Quentinius to Amelia.
Yes. As you run past the puncture point toward the heart where these bats are still flying towards, you see that the flow of blood cells is not as strong, but more bats enter, and there is a sickening, almost greenish color at the point of entry that not only the skin cells, but some of the blood cells take on as well. As you run towards the heart, you hear the sound of catapults from the castle walls, shooting and trying to take down these parasitic bats. Blood cells around you scream and scatter as they attack and begin to literally suck the hemoglobin out of them. Running as fast and swift as you can, you see a large swarm of bats bring your attention upwards as they part slightly to show a mesmerizing humanoid shape, adorned with a long black cape, pale membrane, fangs, and blood-red eyes. The figure points a long clawed hand at a group of drained blood cells. You must bounce on it. Crazy style. Oh my god! Yes. I'm just kidding. That does not fuck. Hear ye, hear ye! Gather round! By the order of Her Majesty, Queen Amelia, we're proud to pronounce that the Hallows Eve festivities will continue throughout the rest of the month at patreon.com/Drimbus.
That's right. Our next season of Beyond D&D is Mothership, a sci-fi horror RPG where the crew's just trying their best to survive in the vast expanse of outer space.
And that's not all! Our crew are gonna be archivers, meaning they'll be trying to capture footage of untold horrors of the universe. Whatever footage means.
Yeah, whatever that means.
Bah! The bards are now here with a preview!
Forsooth!
Nick, who do we see?
You see this guy, he's next to this, there's like a little terrarium. There's like a miniature, like fucking sandworm from Dune in it. And you see he's like holding a rat by the tail and he's like dropping it slowly into there. He's like, encapsulate the fear. And he has like a microphone set up and he puts the rat in there and its heart is pounding and he's getting the audio of that and everything. And then he just looks at everybody and he's like,
All right, now quiet. I'm trying to capture nature.
His name is Cicada also.
Nova will wait because Nova respects all pursuits of art, however weird as fuck they might be.
Yeah, the fucking rat gets devoured.
Did you get all that, Cicada?
And then he'll just turn off the recording and go look at the mission objective.
Bravo! Bravo indeed! If you like that, you can join the private ball at patreon.com/Drimbus with these fine patrons. Jerry Benetatos, Queso Loco, Greta and Beignet,
Alex Scapes My Ass, Ace Andrews, Regina Russell,
Sam Olivos, Jordan Cobb, The Unnamed Rogue, NB Star,
Doubtful Guest, Michael Richters, Davis Walden, Denny Dewdrop,
Myth Mouse, Callie Wolf, Brandon M. Bishop,
Bridge, Twiglets, Joanna,
Stan Sitzman, Scrambles the Death Dealer, Erin Adams,
Nathan Mesned, Rue Thanatos, Melissa Rain,
Hensational, Butts Aplenty, Normally Me, Dane Kohof,
Loon, Faust the Heavenly Demonic Monster, David Carlton,
Tracy Baby, Elastic Band, Hoodie Gang Sheep,
Luke Vermin, MV Carr, Vico Cocorico, Mary Weeg,
Alyssa Barron, Jan, Scottish Alpaca, Kiara Bouye, Wayward Scientist,
Chibs 1012, Kyle D, Shane Coffey, Donny Dosta,
Connor Canfield, and Marco Morais. So be sure to keep an eye out for more bonus Hollows Eve episodes every Friday this month at patreon.com/Drimbus.
That's right, every Friday at patreon.com/Drimbus.
Whew. Now let's get out of here, Cordelia.
Way ahead of you.
Rise, my thralls, rise! And suddenly their eyes turn red with swirls and they rise,
Oh my God.
growing claws and fangs as they turn to you. You see blood cell thralls, 4 of them, bats all around you that are still attacking blood cells, and then this figure before you that radiates with power as he seems to control the minds of the vulnerable.
Defend the heart for our Jerrinius and for ourselves. And I will cast Neurotransmitter to give all of my friends good luck on their next roll.
Very good. Excellent.
You see King Consort Elderberry pulls out the sword, twirls it around, and the fake staff part that is attached, he does kind of hold it like a wand, and he is going to go running, try to like scoot under the thralls, and dig the blade into the ground, and like make a large tear. And as he like swings the blade out in front of him, you see the ground tearing and this like glow around his hands and like the fake staff as he tries to use anti-inflammatory. And I want to basically try and inflame the flesh around Nosferatu and grab his legs, basically immobilize him.
Please roll harm.
And remember to roll with good luck.
That was a 1 and a 3.
Unfortunately, as he sees you coming, bats surround him and lift him off of the ground. And you see the tissue rise and try to catch his legs, but he just evades it.
Open fire!
I shall clear a path.
And I will run forward and draw my spike proteins. I can use flex to do 2 actions.
Indeed.
And then with the spike proteins, do the 4 actions again. So 1 attack, hopefully, for each of the thralls.
Perfect.
All right, that first one's a 4. 10.
Full success, which becomes a critical.
Another 10. and a 9.
Very good. So, 1 failure and 3 critical successes. You move forward to take down the thralls that seem to be guarding this cloaked individual. Their skin seems to be harder than a normal blood cells. Whatever this figure has done to them, it seems to have strengthened them quite a bit. And then you adjust and you apply further pressure and aim for the center of the cell, if they were humans, where their hearts would be, in their chest. And you plunge your blades deeply into 3 of them. Dead and decaying membrane leaks out, and 3 of them drop. Utaref looks very angry and he goes, "No!" And he is going to extend his hand one more time and try to create more thralls. But with a critical fail, it seems that perhaps the barrier that King Elderberry had tried to trap him in blocks his magic from reaching another group.
Excellent work, Glutoneus. You've cut off reinforcements.
And we will burn the heretic. 13. Cut him in half with the blade.
With a critical success, you use King Elderberry's manipulation of the tissue as a ramp to jump off of and reach Utaref. You get a good slice at him. Your slice goes through his cloak, but as the cloak breaks away, you see very minimal damage underneath. You wonder if perhaps his armor protects against critical damage. In retaliation, he's going to bite you on the neck and try to suck energy out of you. And that is a full success as you feel... But your armor in place, you hear a just clink instead as he tries to bite into you, and he cries out in pain as one of his fangs chips a little bit. Ugh! And he's going to throw you off instead. Critical fail. You land perfectly in a lunge, and he is not able to hurt you.
On a crit, your longsword splits in half, temporarily allowing you to make 2 attacks as if they were lysosome daggers.
Your blade had split into 2, and you will be able to make 2 attacks your next turn. As he recovers from chipping a fang, a swarm of bats approaches, and they are going to try to disorient you, King Elderberry. They swarm around you, not to hurt you, but to give you bad luck on an attack next turn, as they just prick and pry, trying to take your attention from the figure.
You try to weaken my kingdom through me. But the kingdom's true strength is in its allies.
And you see his hands begin to swirl with purple energy. And he will face Madame Glutoneus and clap them. And this purple beam shoots out as I'm going to try to use Performance Enhancer to give Madame Glutoneus luck for the duration of the conflict.
Nice.
Natural 12.
Critical success. Timothea, you feel this purple energy infuse you and fill you with power and strength. And for the rest of you, you see a slight purple outline over Timothea, like a magical haze and aura. And Timothea, you feel like you can just see vulnerabilities maybe where you hadn't before.
Fantastic.
Asalina is going to spend this round, she's a little pissed at Quentin, so she's going to look over and like, and be like, interesting, he wants to die so badly. I'm going to spend my turn using my bow of being a friggin' nerd to study Nosferatu.
Very good.
I'm just going to think back in my head about any vampire plays I've seen.
And as you think of all these vampire plays, you see that this cloak protects it, and that his skin is hardened, but that he definitely seems to keep his arms over his chest, perhaps covering the most vulnerable part of his body.
Target the heart. It appears he does not function under normal vampire rules.
Is there such a thing as a normal vampire?
If you engage in most literature.
Right, that Edward really had a way with words.
He spits and he goes, I can't stand vampire media. So many misconceptions.
Well, if you can't stand it, try lying down.
forever. And I point my sword and look at Quentin because my turn is over.
Kill the mutant. Purge the unclean. Natural fucking 12, baby. And I'm attacking you twice. And the other one's at 8.
Now that Utaref is distracted by King Elderberry's puns, you are able to get another hit on him, and his cloak falls away from him, revealing a very spindly, hunched shape. And you swipe across again, and with this mixed success, you're able to slash into him, and then he is able to turn and raise more thralls. 4 more as he goes, "Rise, my thralls, rise!" And they begin to slumber towards you all.
Nasty.
Gross.
Seeing the arm extended out and the chest being more vulnerable, Timothea is going to lunge forward with his spike proteins and try to drive them in.
Please roll for that. Because of King Elderberry's magics, you will have luck for the duration of the conflict.
5 for the first one,
Which is a success, which becomes a critical because of your ability.
Goated.
a 10 for the second roll.
You get 2 crits again.
Hell
And
yeah.
as you also use King Elderberry's tissue manipulation as a ramp, you basically jump and plunge both into his chest at the same time.
Eat spike!
You get the feeling that this does more damage than it normally would, and he turns into a bat. This transformation pushes you out of him, and he flies higher and is going to try to get lost in the swarm.
Oh, no, you don't. It's a new turn, isn't it?
It is.
King Elderberry grasps his sword, points it up, and you see purple glow go from his fingers down like the length of the blade. Like you see the little highlight, like flare. To the end, and then I'm gonna cast Cooling Blast to try and freeze him out of the sky.
Nice.
Please roll harm.
5.
Mixed success. You blast him, and unfortunately, because he is now a bat and it's a little harder for you to aim, you get his foot, which will deal damage to him, but does not inhibit his flying.
Curses!
As he tries to wiggle his foot, but it is frozen in place. You see that the thralls now have caught up to you, and they are within melee range for all of you.
Asalina has readied her antibody bow, but now sees that he's in the sky. I pull the arrow back, like I'm gonna dry fire it, which is bad, and don't do that. And it produces like a magic electric arrow, and I'm gonna use my action potential instead. Asalina just whispers, whoosh, and I'm gonna roll with luck to try it.
Very good.
Okay, first roll was a 12.
Yeah!
This lightning arrow materializes, and it swooshes through the air and strikes true into his chest. As he begins to careen like a crashing airplane. He becomes a figure once more, and he looks old and decrepit this time. You have seriously wounded him, and he grabs an innocent blood cell and places a claw to their chin. No. Do you want him to die?
I mean, if it's good for the kingdom of Jerrinius, it's okay.
And he stabs his claw into the cell's neck, and membrane begins to leak out, and he hovers his fangs over the throat.
Release him now,
Or what?
or I assure you, you will die.
Please roll harm to intimidate.
You leave our kingdom unharmed. We may just let you go. Continue this assault, and you will assure your destruction.
10, and because of addictive substance, all successful rolls in conversation become criticals.
Very good. Since he has been beaten down and is at quite a lower power level, you see he looks suitably afraid. And he begins to back up with that blood cell still in his hand. How do I know you would let me go?
I am the king. If you cannot take me at my word, there are no assurances that can be given to you here. If you truly do not believe me, then kill him, and you will see how true my second statement was.
Am I behind or?
You are currently behind him.
Timothea is going to creep up behind and stab in the back with both spike proteins.
Please roll harm.
First one's a 10.
Okay.
The second one is an 8.
He is focused on King Elderberry, says, I have your word, and then is stabbed into the chest, and Timothea's spike proteins puncture and go out the other side as he goes, ugh!
I said we may let you live.
And you didn't have my word.
And decaying dead hemoglobin leaks out of his mouth as he goes, curses, and drops. And as he does, the bats that were swarming all around begin to plop dead. The thralls that were red-eyed and hypnotized collapse before they stand. You hear another immunity knight yell, platelets, forward! And citizens begin to scramble to try to plug up and clot any damage to the body.
I will run up to the cell that had been held hostage, as well as any nearby injured or dying cells. You see he grabs a small powder, crushes it in his hand, and is going to blow it all around to try and use fast acting and heal one wound on all adjacent creatures.
Breathe these vapors.
Please roll heal.
3.
Failure. Instead, you feel like these cells may need to visit the spleen to be healed, but the smell is soothing and nice.
I'm sorry. We've reached the limits of my apothecary's power.
Thank you, my king. Thank you.
We live in service of you, and
Seeing that I was not able to help anyone, I'll just stand up and salute and hope I do some morale healing.
Yes, and you see they all salute back to you. And we cut back to Cerebellum Castle, back in the Queen's chamber, looking into the same pool as before. Let us see if Prince Jerrinius is well. The pool is dark. Jerrinius blinks blearily, but the cloaked figure is gone. He hears, Prince Jerrinius, are you well?
Lady Shania?
It is I. I feared you did not know me as I thought you did. Prince Jerrinius staggers with his gout-infested ankle, but takes her hand in his.
Nay, I was not myself. You are my muse.
Yes.
And I would ask for your hand, if you'll have me.
Yes.
Oh, Prince Jerrinius, I would love nothing more. Time passes as Prince Jerrinius and Lady Shania dance together at the ball. As things have calmed down considerably, the ball within Cerebellum Castle picks back up as well. Queen Amelia and King Elderberry dance. Asalina and Quentinius dance with maybe a little sassiness.
My darling, I sense some tension between us.
Well, but a moment ago you wanted to sacrifice yourself.
Oh, but mi amor.
Are you truly so desperate to lose my company?
Mi amor, please. Your absence. The only thing more painful would be to have never met you at all. And so, and he stops dancing. He'll take out a little box. I would ask for your hand, if you would have me.
Oh my, yes!
Everyone turns. Everyone's looking.
Asa turns as bright red as someone who is blue can turn. And if this is your way of trying to make me forget that you wanted to sacrifice yourself but a moment ago, you won't do that?
My darling, I would not dream to do anything to upset you. And so if that is what your wish is, I will remain here.
She's just gonna hug him. Of course, yes, of course. Well, yeah, we'll get married if that's absolutely.
people! Congratulations! Bring in the breadsticks!
For when you are here, you are family.
Timothea, you had been dancing with Asalina's parents, and they cease and begin to cry. They're so excited. And
we must away.
As the guards begin to bring in the mountain of breadsticks.
Smothered in garlic, I'd hope.
Yes, smothered in lots and lots of garlic. The party goes on as Prince Jerrinius and Lady Shania are to be wed, as well as Captain Asalina and Sir Quentinius.
Yes.
End of session.
This has been Kingdom of Jerrinius, a microscopic fantasy adventure. Kingdom of Jerrinius features the vocal talents of Giancarlo Herrera as King Benedictus Elderberry, Kayla Temshiv as Captain of the Guard Asalina Dendrinia, Michael Pisani as Madame Timothea Glutoneus, Nick Benetatos as Sir Quentinius Quarantena, TJ Berry as Jerrinius, 'tis I, and the rest of our kingdom is voiced by your Jerrinius master, Hannah Schooner, with editing by Giancarlo Herrera and sound design by Hannah Schooner. Many thanks for listening, and fare thee well!